What's up, everyone? Let's give it a few minutes for everyone to join and then we'll start. What'd you guys trade today? What's up, guys? What'd everyone trade today? ALDX, Atos. What else? What's up, man? IQ. Loss on Atos, got in too early and kept going in and out. Yeah, man, that was a little bit of a tricky stock. We'll give it like another few minutes for people to join and then I'll start. The topic that I want to kind of talk about today is about slow days and how to handle it and what to do when you kind of recognize that it's going to be a slow day out there. So when a little bit more people kind of join and get the notification, I will start. Other than that, how's everyone's day going so far? It's cold as fuck here. Don't let the sunlight fool you. It's still so cold. What else did you guys trade today? Anything else? Or yeah, it was mostly a slow day, so I assume that most people traded the same shit. What's up, Jacob? Oh, it's fucking cold. BBBY. Slow day. I'll give it like another 2 minutes and then I'm gonna start. Just waiting for more people to kind of get in here. What's up, Dino? I cannot wait till it gets warm out here. I can't fucking wait. This shit fucking sucks. It's like yesterday I was wearing a jacket and then it was kind of warm, so I took the jacket off. And then today it's too fucking cold, so I have it zipped up. And I'm in New Jersey. Fucking New Jersey. It's raining and snowing 10 months out of the year. And then the 2 months that we have summer, it's humid as fuck and it sucks. Oh man. What's up, Bear? How you doing, bro? You like that Dragon Ball Z joke? Cold. Woo. New and never done trading before. Any idea where to start? youtube.com/myinvestingclub. There's 200 free trading videos there. Oof. I'm gonna get fucking sick one of these days. I missed walking so much that I just want to get outside and do it. Even if there's like a little bit of sunlight, I just bite my tongue and fucking just deal with this cold. What's up, Oliver? Alright, so the topic that I want to talk about today is about slow days and how to kind of trade them, right? So let me kind of give a little bit of a backstory on my trading on slow days. So for me, I like to track the days that I make the most amount of money and the days that I lose the most amount of money. And I usually lose the most amount of money on Mondays because I'm over anxious. This is what I was talking about in yesterday's video. But I also tend to lose money on days that it's slow. And why is that, right? So the problem with being a trader is that you feel like if you're at the desk, you have to make money. You feel like if you're sitting down at the chair and you have your charts up and you have all this stuff up, that you must make money. But that's wrong. Bao has the best quote for it. He says, being a full-time day trader does not mean trading full-time. So what that means is just because you are a trader and just because you show up every single day to the market does not mean that there's going to be opportunities every single day in the market. We as traders should only be trading when we have an edge. And if there is no edge that presents itself that day, then there should be no trades taken that day. So what I used to do, or what used to be some of my biggest problems, is that when it was a slow day out, when there was really nothing moving, when nothing was really happening, I would try to find setups when they didn't really exist. I would try to convince myself that this stock was conforming to my thesis, or this stock fit one of my setups, when in reality it didn't really conform to anything. And the only reason why I was trading it was because I was bored and I felt like I had to make money. And it took me to lose over and over and over again doing that same fucking shit where, if nothing was moving in small cap land, maybe I was trading a big cap. Or if nothing was moving in small cap land, maybe I tried to trade something that had low volume or low liquidity just for the sake of making money, or just for the sake of feeling like I didn't waste my day sitting at the desk. Because for me, what really bothers me and what really irritates me is missed opportunity. I hate missing opportunity no matter what it is. It could be in trading, it could be in the real world, it could be anything. My problem is FOMO. I hate missing when shit happens. So I feel like if I'm sitting at my desk and I feel like I'm there and I woke up at 7 and I'm waiting there till 9:30, the market owes me a paycheck. I deserve to get a paycheck. But that's the wrong mentality. That's not true, It's not true. So, what we have to recognize on slow days is that it's okay to not take a trade. It's okay to take it slow. It's okay to not make money, right? So let me repeat that. If you walk into the market and you see that there's no trade setting up, and you see that there is no edge in anything that you take, there is no reason to be playing long or short that day. And sometimes it's hard for you to kind of recognize that yourself. Sometimes it's hard for you to say like, oh, I don't see anything. But the power of having a tab, a trading accountability buddy, is that if both of you agree and you both don't see anything, that gives you that extra layer of confirmation that you're missing by being alone. So walking into the day today, I was actually having some platform issues. So I came into the day, I woke up at like 6 or 7 in the morning, and I tried logging into my platform, and my platform wasn't working. So number one, I'm irritated. I'm a little bit stressed out, and I'm like, what the fuck, my charts aren't working. I don't see anything. I'm blind out there. I don't know what's going on. And, I can't make a plan. I can't make a plan because my eyeballs are so used to seeing the charts that I'm used to seeing, that if I even look at any other chart, there's like a big learning curve, and I don't want to really deal with that. So in the morning, I knew that support opened up at 8:30 in the morning, and I had to basically just wait and sit on my hands and just really do nothing for an hour. I was kind of answering PMs and members and stuff like that. Some people had some similar issues. But what ended up happening is I got my platform back at 9 a.m. So at 9 a.m., I'm talking about, and we're trying to make up a plan for the day. And what we saw was MBRX was up, but there wasn't any meat on the bone. We saw this, what was that, A-stock, AXSM, AXT? Let me see if I can scroll back and find it. Someone mentioned ALDX. So ALDX was up, and my mentality, or the way that me and Bao play these things, is that if a stock is over $5, that is considered a real company, and there's less of an edge shorting it. So as soon as I saw this ALDX was 11 or 12 bucks, I said, I'm going to fucking avoid it. There's no edge for me. This doesn't fit my setup. Nothing else is moving. Why am I going to trade a stock that's $10 or $11 that's a real company that I find I have no edge on? So being conscious in myself and being conscious and recognizing that, oh, maybe I was going to force a setup here, led me to avoid that. And then ATOS was the other one that was kind of up today. So there was basically two stocks to choose from today, ATOS or ALDX. And ALDX, immediately I was not interested because it didn't fit my setups. It was a real company. It was above $5. It had positive news. It had a lot of volume, all this shit. And ATOS is a former runner that kind of went parabolic and is up on some bullshit PR today. So my mentality was I had two trades lined up on ATOS. Either A, short the 450 line with 30% of my size because it's above VWAP and just keep scalping it, or wait for it to kind of go parabolic around $5 and then short the pops after that, or essentially wait till the death line, which was 420. So there was actually 3 trades. But what ended up happening is I recognized that 450 wasn't really an ideal entry. So I didn't really take much size. I shorted maybe 5,000 shares at 450, and I covered at like 440, and then I shorted again at 450, and I covered at 430, leading to a small, green day. And the reason why I was using such little size is because, the stock was still above VWAP, and the stock didn't have much liquidity, and me and Bao were talking, and we kind of recognized that someone was holding it and someone was kind of absorbing it. So I didn't really want to get cute with it. For me, 5,000 shares is essentially nothing, because, if I take a 10-cent loss on that, that's only $500. That's easy to really make back. But the point of that trade was that recognizing that it's a slow day and that I had to be scalping with 30% of my size so that I don't get stuck in any traps that happen. And if it so happens that 420 level does break, I could add in size. But just because that 420 level breaks doesn't mean it's the end all be all. It has to confirm, which means that they cannot save it. In ATOS's situation, they saved it. So I had a small day there. So regardless, the next thing was ALDX, and me and Bao identified that the death line on ALDX was $10.70. And what ended up happening is me and Bao were not even fucking looking at it. We were not looking at it once, because we both identified that 1070 was the line. And if it breaks that 1070 line, then we're going to attack it, right? We just kept it so simple now at this death line. It eliminates our need to kind of overtrade. It eliminates our need to feel like we're missing out on the trade. And the reality is that, when it was kind of trading and going lower around $11, both me and Bao messaged each other at the same time, and we were like, oh shit, like ALDX, like here it comes, right? Here it comes, it's getting closer to the death line. Because we recognize that once this 11 level breaks, the next support is that death line. And Bao was basically just like, I'm taking a short position, I'm going to take a small piece, and then I'm going to add if, 1070 breaks. And exactly what happened was the 1070 level broke, and it went all the way down to $10. And if you just basically waited and shorted 1,000 shares at 1070 and covered at 1020, you make $500, right? You make $500. And that is without stress. That is without any fucking FOMO. That is easy fucking money. Easy money. He waited to see that happen. He waited to see 1070 level break. And then when it did, he hammered it, right? He hammered it. And I thought that was the best trade he fucking had today. I thought that was the best trade he had. I was so happy that he recognized that death line, he capitalized on it, and he wasn't over patient. He took the money and fucking ran, because essentially when it broke 1070, it went down 50, 60 cents right after, fucking instantly, with no stress. And that was the best trade of the day. And for me, by the time I put in my order to hit 1070, it was already at 1050. So for me, it was just a matter of me being too slow and me not being prepped. And that's why Bao has like fucking 10 level 2 boxes open, so that whenever the trade is ready, all he has to do is click a button. Whereas me, I had to like kind of type in my order and get it prepared. I wasn't kind of ready for that because I was, focusing elsewhere. So, today was a great day of just reinforcing that death line again. Today was a great day showing that if you were patient and you waited for that death line and you let it confirm, that you turned a slow day into a great day. And for me, everything is relative. Everything is like, you have to have perspective on it. And for me, a $1,000 day is a very slow day. And for a lot of people, $1,000 is life-changing, and I get that, and I totally understand that. But the point is to recognize that when it's slow out there, when nothing is moving, when you feel like you have to trade, when you feel like you have to pull money out of the market, you have to talk to your tab. You have to talk to your trading accountability buddy and have them steer you clear. You have to have your trading buddy get your mindset right, because at this level of trading, it's all mental. And what me and Bao have recognized is that we have kind of the same personality. We both get FOMO, we both get over anxious, we both have such a hard time walking away from the market. That's why doing stuff like these Instagram lives or doing stuff like exercising or whatever it is helps us get rid of that urge to overtrade. And the reality is that today was a slow day, but it turned into a solid day, making $1,000 for me. I think Bao made a little bit more. And the point is that we both had a stress-free trading day within 1 hour of the day, making more money than most people make at their day jobs. Yet we are upset, yet we are unhappy, yet we feel like we underperformed. And if we just kind of take a step back and we just take a second to kind of recognize what that money really means and what that really equates to. I remember Bao said that he bought like a fucking futon or some shit from Costco yesterday for like $400. And then he started to realize like, wow, like fucking, you know, making $1,000 and spending $400 on a futon, and I still got $600 left, you know, to pay for the bar tab. Like, this is the shit that matters. This is the shit that is important. You know, trading is all fun and games. Trading is good, but unless you put the shit into perspective, unless you kind of spend that money and recognize how far that gets you, it won't ever stick in your head. You know, so I have those dollars on my desk. I have $500 or $1,000 in dollars on my desk because every time I look down, I want to be able to see what that money equates to. You know, I love going out for steak. Because for me, what I've actually learned from Bao too is that, you know, the best thing to spend your money on is food and experience. Because anytime you go out to dinner with someone and anytime you share a meal with someone, it's always kind of rewarding and it always feels good and it always starts memories. So for me, I love going out for steak. I love going out to eat every single day, and even spending that $50 or $100 a day on food, yes, is a lot of money, but it helps me put into perspective that, wow, like if I'm even making $500 a day, I could go to my favorite steakhouse every single day for a week. And for me, I need to kind of get back and humble myself sometimes, because anytime you get on a hot streak or anytime you do really, really well, it screws up your mentality. So I've been having a really, really good month in March. I think this is one of my best months I've had in 2019. I'm trading really, really well. I'm making a great amount of money, and I feel a little bit overconfident. I feel like I'm, you know, the king of the world. So what I'm trying to do now is, when I kind of recognize that I'm feeling this way, I'm trying to drop my size and I'm trying to kind of take a proactive approach to kind of fix this, whether that be wiring out some money, or whether that be scaling down, or whether that be being a little bit more selective. The key is that you have to recognize your mentality, and you have to recognize what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. You know, Bear had a really good quote today in the market, and he said that the stock market is not a game against you or the market. It's a game between you and yourself. So human emotion is the biggest detriment to a trader. You know, not cutting off your losses, or being stubborn, or adding to a loser, or not accepting your shit, or being too prideful, and all this stuff is all human emotions. So if you become one with your emotions, and you be self-aware with your emotions, and you recognize when you do things right and when you do things wrong, and you create a system to help fix that, then that's your edge, right? That's your edge. So for me, I recognize Mondays are my worst days because I'm over anxious. Okay, recognize that, size down, be disciplined. Okay, I lose money on slow days because I'm scalping random shit. Be self-aware that if I start scalping random shit, that there's a light bulb that goes off in my head and says, yo, stop that. This is why you lose money, right? If you could show up to the market and even be break even on the day or on a slow day, if you could show up to the market and lose, like D. Oliver lost $30 today. And obviously, yeah, he ruined like a nice 13-day winning streak, which is, yeah, it sucks. But bro, you only lost $30 on a slow day. To me, that's better than a $30 win, because you kept your losses under control. You managed your risk properly, and you did everything right. You know, use this as a lesson to remind you that, okay, if it's a slow day, next time I don't want to lose $30. Next time I just want to be break even, right? So use these lessons, use your trades on the days that you're doing poorly or the days that you're performing poorly, so that you recognize what you're doing wrong and how you're going to fix it, right? So for me, today I felt like I underperformed when I was in the seat, right? When I was in the seat, I felt like I underperformed. I got up and I walked away and I realized, wow, today was a slow day and I was still able to pull out some money. I'm a winner. You know, now I have the ability to take my brother out for lunch, right? I have the ability to take him out for lunch and just enjoy 1 hour in the sun because, you know, my trading went well and I'm rewarding myself. Trading is about, you know, if you never reward yourself for doing things right, or you never create consequences for when you do things wrong, it's never going to stick, right? So something I talked to Dr. Brett about is that We as traders learn the most lessons from pain. It is pain that teaches us these lessons. It is pain that helps us improve. It is pain that it's like heartbreak. If a girl breaks your heart, you learn through that pain what to do to never really feel that way again. Or if it's just like, it's pain and reward, right? It's pain and reward. So for me, whenever I have a good day, no matter if it's $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000, my number one thing to do on a good day is take my family out to eat. And to me, what that symbolizes is that this is a way for me to give back to my family that has been so supportive and helped me so much. And it lets me recognize how far a dollar really goes. How far does it go? If I go out to eat with my brother, it's gonna be what, $20 for me and $20 for him, with $50 with tip. And I recognize, wow, $50 with tip, and I'm making $1,000 and being upset. There's people in this world that would kill for that money. So it takes me to kind of humble myself down using these experiences to get back to normal. And Bao has his system for it. My system is going and taking my family out to dinner. His system is he likes to go to Costco. And the reason why he likes to go to Costco is because it reminds him of a simpler time. It reminds him of a time with his mom and, of different things. Everyone is just normal there. The way he mentioned it to me is like no one looks twice at him, no one cares, and everyone's just doing their own thing. And he could walk in and he could fucking buy whatever he wants in there, yet he's walking around and eating free samples until they kick him out, because that's what brings him happiness. That's what brings him joy. That's what it reminds him how far that dollar actually does go, right? It reminds him how far it goes, because when you look at the numbers on a screen and it's just fucking flashing up and down, you can't equate it to anything. You can't equate it to anything. Like this, what is this? This is a Nissan Rogue in front of me, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check if this is a Rogue. Yeah, it's a Nissan Rogue. So this Nissan Rogue is probably like 20 or 30 grand, right? 20 or 30 grand. If you're making $1,000 a day for 1 month straight, you could buy a fucking Nissan Rogue, right? That's the shit that has to go in your head. That's the shit that goes in your head. If you are consistent and you're able to pull out $1,000 a day or even $500 a day, you'll be able to afford that Nissan Rogue. And to me, it takes me to see that, and it takes me to kind of tie the money to that, to realize how lucky and blessed and fortunate I am that I'm complaining about a day like that. So the problem with trading also is that if you make $500, you want to make $1,000. You make $1,000, you want to make $2,000. You make $2,000, you want to make $4,000. You make $4,000, you want to make $10,000. It never ends. Greed is a problem. Greed is a fucking problem. So if you ever recognize that you're being greedy, or if you recognize that something is going wrong, you have to talk to your tab. You have to talk to your trading accountability buddy, because they're going to be the ones with a sober head, and they're going to be the ones that give you the most amount of advice, because I want to see my tab succeed. I want to see my tab do better than me, because I know that we're a team. And if my number one goal is to help support my tab, then he's going to do his best to support me. And that's why there's no competition, there's no ego. I just want to see Bao succeed, because to me, I know that if we're both trading with a clear head and we're both trying to help each other, we are both making money together the right way. So, damn, I'm gonna take a quick break. If you guys have any questions, let me know what you guys think. Sorry, I was kind of saying a bunch of shit. I hope it really made sense for you guys. And as always, I got my MIC hat, MIC shirt on. Oliver, can you make some MIC jackets? Like those FBI windbreaker type shits? Hello? Oh man. Getting a fucking runny nose. How much is 30% of your size? Well, if I tell myself that if a stock breaks deathline, I'm going to short 10,000 shares, then 30% of that is 3,000 shares. So for example, if you just divide that by 10 and you say to yourself, my max size is 1,000 shares, I'm going to only short 300 shares above VWAP. Ooh, it's cold. Thanks, Oliver. So do you guys have any questions? I like to keep these Instagram lives short and sweet, because I recognize that doing it for an hour is great and it's really helpful, but not a lot of people watch it. So by keeping it shorter and sweeter, I'm able to let people see the entire thing, which matters. So yeah, I have around $500 or $1,000 in ones. I can't remember. And I basically just look down and I grab that stack from Sometimes, which is fucking thick as hell. And I just say to myself, wow, this is $500. Like, but on the screen, it looks like fucking nothing, you know? Oh, MIC Boxers would be great. What's ALDX at now? Once it broke Deathline at 1070, it probably should have never came back. So what is that now? So this is the shit that we teach in MIC. We teach the Deathline, we teach the first balance, we teach all this stuff, and we've simplified it so much that all you have to do is identify that line and wait. That's it. If you identify the line and wait, you make money. Like, how much more simple could we make this system? 1014, still under that 1070 line. So if you reshorted that 1070 line, which was previous support, becomes resistance, you make money a second time. That's it, guys. Do you guys have any questions for me? I think this is a really helpful lesson on kind of slow days and how to tackle them. Yeah, bow short 1087. Bro, why are you still fucking shorting? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Seriously, stop fucking trading, stop shorting, stop fucking doing anything. That's it, bro. Like, enough. Seriously. We had the same conversation yesterday and you left, which was great. The last time we had this conversation, you stayed until 3:59 and like 30 seconds. So today, fucking leave, bro. Today, leave, because the day's over. You know, the day's over. The easy money is over. Why are you still sitting there and trying to scalp to feed your addiction, right? It's just, at that point, it's feeding your addiction. And yeah, you know, making that $20 is going to make you feel high and this and that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't build good habits. You know, we have to build good habits together and help each other together so that when the market does change and when the market does adjust, that we're not sitting there past 11 and being rewarded for these bad habits that are paying us today. Oh, it's cold. You don't even have to go to the hill, Bao. Don't go to the hill. Just go out to lunch. Because I know that the moment, your biggest problem is you need to just walk out. And if you walk out, you never come back. The problem is you just got to get the fuck up and walk out. You need a reason to get up. And until you have a reason to get up, you won't do it. Because I know you. Bao is the type of motherfucker that will get up, but he'll still have fantasy orders in there so that if it bings and if it makes a noise, he'll just run back and short his fucking fantasy orders, or he'll cover his fantasy orders. He puts out orders there, fishing, hoping that a fish nibbles on it, so that he fucking runs back. Oh man. And I love you, Bao. There's not any animosity or any hate. It's me trying to help. Oh man. That's basically it, guys. That's basically it. So walking back home right now. Probably gonna wrap this up in a few minutes. Take my brother out to lunch, celebrate a good day, and then come back and answer PMs basically all day. You know, I get 50 or 60 PMs a day, and I basically take hours and hours and hours trying to respond to everyone, because everyone has questions. Everyone is trying to improve, and it's not like people are asking what's a limit order and this and that. They're sending me their trades and they're showing me what they did right, and they're asking me how they can improve. So that's the best thing ever. They're not even sending me what they're doing wrong. They're sending me what they're doing right, and they want to find ways to improve. They want to find ways to scale. They want to find ways to help. So basically, after my trading day is over, I spend fucking 2, 3, 4 hours just answering 50, 60, 70 PMs, and then I handle like a bunch of the other MIC business stuff. But, you know, fuck, man. It's rewarding to see how much people are improving. It's rewarding to see that people are actually learning. It's great to see that people are applying these strategies and these techniques and actually making money out of it. The reason why MIC is so successful is because the community is dedicated on helping other traders. You know, this is not fucking Twitter where everyone's a fucking troll and an asshole. MIC is a non-toxic environment where every single person who is in there is focused on improving, is focused on helping other people out. And this is the culture at MIC. Our culture is that we want traders to help other traders because Bao has created the pay it forward movement. He has created this movement where it is the right thing to do to help people. And that's kind of the foundation that MIC was built on, and that's the culture that we're going to keep forever. So that's basically it, guys. I'm going to wrap this up and put this on YouTube. Bao, if you're still at the fucking office after this Instagram live, I'm going to kill you. I have to start finding a way to like punish you for doing this. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe I'm going to hide your edibles or something like that, but you can't be rewarded for these bad habits. It's going to work now until it doesn't work, you know? So that's it. All right, guys, have a good rest of the day. I will see you hopefully tomorrow for another recap. Thanks.